Howdy folks. I thought I would do a little bit on repairing bamboo darts. You know, I use a lot of these bad boys, target practicing and so forth. I shoot, at least 50 once or twice, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. On a weekend with some anxiety, gosh, who knows, maybe 10. But they get, well, you know, they have all kinds of problems. They get bent. They get dull. And it helps to harden them up a little bit. So that's why we're here at the kitchen stove. I thought since I was going to do this, I might share a little. Well, first I have a little file. It's your standard. This is actually my hook sharpening file. So it works pretty good for the steel broadheads. Anyway, we just make the point there a little bit more and hold it over the electric burner here. I like this better than the flame. Well, because you don't set the bamboo on fire, but you still get it that nice brown. And she gets a nice brown round. Then we check out to see if it's still straight. And we have a tiny little wobble right in there. So we hold that over there, which helps to harden a little bit all the rest of it. What we're really doing here is working out that little wobble. Yes, it's one. I suppose you could do it with gloves on, but then it wouldn't feel to me like you're getting it quite the right way. Oh, and I got just a bit more. And just by line of sight, they seem to fire just fine that way. Oh, this one needs a little bit more. Sometimes I will take the little hairs off like that before that's usually my normal procedure. And here we go, just scraping away at that needle point, which people say these things aren't sharp, but I constantly put them through tin vegetable cans and the brass doorknob in my target near my target I had to change because I stuck one of these deep in it, but that surprised me. Of course, it was thin brass, which also surprised me. Man, it was kind of a cheap doorknob. There, you can see right there's the color I'm actually looking for. Can you tell that? Do we have enough light over there? Just that light brown on the end there. Not burnt. And yeah, then sometimes you'll say that might take that off. Well, maybe, but I've gotten proficient enough I leave the end. And if I want to, of course, you know, we just keep it a little bit more. Then we check. This one is as straight as they get anyway. And you notice that these are some of the thin skewers. These are, you know, the thinner ones like you get at Walmart, or maybe these even came from the dollar store. I don't know. They're less than $1. But they last long enough, you know, less than $1 for 100. You just keep reusing the caps, these orange caps. I've got 50 laying over here that I'm going to redo a lot of them. No, not all of them on film, because even I would get bored stiff with that. But you can say, well, just buy new ones, and you can, but you know, then you have all the broken ones you threw away, all the discarded. I don't know. I like to repair my stuff, I always have, until it's completely broken, and I can't do anything with it. A lot of arguments against this and for, but the hardening of them, even the re-hardening of them, oh my gosh, when I go to fire these right after this process, these will have the best penetration that they will ever have. Better than the ones out of the box. Well, they come in a bag. I mean, this actually was originally one of those bags. Some leather wrapped on it on both sides. And then all kinds of sorted glue. And then Gorilla Tape on the air. It's actually sewed, but you know, the darts come through the sewing, through the stitches. There's a little curve there I want to get rid of. And so the Gorilla Tape on the outside of it makes it just that much more sturdier. And the belt loop is nothing but Gorilla Tape, which I've redone like 4 or 5 times. Because it wears soft like all duct tape does, even Gorilla Tape. But I'm not taking that to a fancy competition or out to show off to the animals while I hunt them. That's just for my target. And it's nice to have all the darts that I would like on my belt instead of on the gun. Because this carbon fiber I have here, this 6 foot, this thing weighs, I think I weighed it in at like 7 ounces. This thing, for a 6 foot carbon fiber, it's just amazing. That's even with the mouthpiece. Now, I have another carbon fiber laying around here that has a heavier mouthpiece on it. That makes all the difference in the world. But with the weight. But this thing is the lightest gun I own. And I have found a way to source that carbon fiber with less shipping and to get to closer. And yeah, it's just Lowe's. You can order, finding the right tube. And even at Lowe's, the different brands have all kinds of different prices. And I've been considering making some. Yeah, you notice that sometimes I don't even use the file because it's sharp enough. It just needs to be. And this one, it has this little hair leaning over on the end. Yeah, and I even keep the shorter darts. Oh yeah, and if I didn't mention, if you can't tell, I am slowly rotating that back and forth over the burner. And I think the electric burner actually does a better job because I think it's the kind of heat you're actually supposed to use. When you read about fire hardening and stuff, it's supposed to be over the coals and things. And unless you're just not paying attention at all, this never catches on fire. You always get that nice brown at the end there. Okay, well, I assume that you probably have seen enough. I also use the same file because my ends don't fit perfectly. But that does, because they, the darts, since these are reused darts, they get hit, they get stepped on sometimes, they get all kinds. Here's one that's been hardened, gosh, I don't know how many times. You can see it's almost jet black. This dart is probably 2 or 3 years old. You can also see that the cone is all stressed out. But, okay, so I will continue. But I will see you guys on another day. Alright, good talking to you. Have fun shooting your guns. Do this like and subscribe thing and all that. I don't know why. Because it'd be more fun to have more people, communicate back and forth. Let's shoot our guns. Let's do something with this COVID, right? Shoot our blowguns, I should say. Because we don't want some weird activist talking to us. But anyway, that's another day. See you later.